on, everybody? Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the new, actually, debut album from the band Winteria, and the name of the album is self-titled. It's also called Winteria. These folks are from Moscow, Russia, from what I can gather, and majority of the album is in Russian. Except for track 10, that one is in English, and a little bit of the first track, like the little intro, there's a little bit of English in there as well, but the rest of it is all in Russian. But before I really get into the nitty-gritty, let's check out that cover. Boom, there it is. Check it out. It's very simple, but I do like it. It catches the eye, and it reminds me of almost like a Sonata Arctica type cover, like Days of Grays, I believe it was, or, their whole theme with like the wolves and the snow and all of that kind of stuff. So you got here, it's just looks like some snowy tundras or whatnot, some hills, mountains, and just the beautiful starry sky up above. And I like the stylized nature of their name there, and very, very simple, but it gets the job done. It looks nice, the colors are nice, and I do think it conveys well what you're going to get on the album. Anytime you see a cover kind of like this, I think you kind of think it's going to be a symphonic style type of metal. And you would be correct. And, with just how it's showing the landscape and whatnot, you get kind of an atmospheric kind of feeling. And that would be accurate as well. So I like it on both fronts. It's not, anything wild and crazy, but again, it gets the job done. It looks nice. It's pretty. It would make like a nice poster or something up there, just with that landscape and just the sky, the night sky and all that. So I dig it, and I think it does convey what you're going to get. So now let's move on to the album itself. You got 10 tracks on this bad boy, and it comes in at only about 38 minutes. And really what you're going to get here is, I would best classify it as kind of like I would definitely say more than anything else, it's a symphonic metal. There's definitely, a melodic metal style there to it as well, and also just an atmospheric kind of vibe. One thing I feel like they captured really, really well is you can almost feel the coldness. I feel like they really integrated, like how the cover, it's like the snow and the cold and all that. And I know like in Russia and stuff, you see sometimes it's just so cold and snowy, so they really kind of capture that feeling in the music. It feels cold and kind of atmospheric, built within the symphonic metal. So I thought that was really, really cool. You get that theme and that, almost that environment that they're taking from their surroundings or whatnot, and really putting it into the music, so you can really feel it. So I give big props for that, because that was just really, really cool how they were able to convey that through the music and the style. And yeah, mostly I would say it's a symphonic metal, but again, I guess you could say it's like a melodic symphonic metal or something. I don't know, but so it's male vocals predominantly. He does a really great job working with the music, and just he has a pleasing voice that just goes well with the music. It's nothing that is really like way out front, but it's not like also like in the background. It just blends nice with the music, which I thought was really cool. For the most part, it's again. It's not a symphonic metal so much that's like in your face. It's not just like the real bombastic or anything, but it's definitely, it sets an atmosphere And again, his voice works really well. There's a few tracks where there's also some female vocals in there as well, which is always nice when that comes around, because you kind of get the two. And there's harsh vocals on not every single song, but I would say maybe off the top of my head, maybe like 4 out of the 10. But it's not like usually for like the whole song or anything. It's like for sections. And I think the harsh vocals are done very well. Sometimes they can be really hit or miss, but they sound good. They go good with the music, and they add kind of like a nice contrast to the clean vocals and to the music itself. So, I definitely dug that. And then you also have some songs that have a little bit more of like a folk kind of vibe to it. Again, not every song, maybe there's like a couple, but they're not afraid to use various instruments, because there's like a flute in one spot, and then in one section, in like the beginning of a song, it almost sounds like there's like a saxophone. And that's just in addition to your typical kind of symphonic sounds that are going in the background. The guitar work is really, really solid. You get some real good melodic guitar work, but then there's times when it gets real heavy. You get some nice heavy riffs that really drive the songs, and some good solo work and stuff like that. So the guitars are done really, really well. The musicianship is really solid, and again, the symphonic elements are used in a very deliberate way to just kind of create this atmosphere, and not so much to really to blast you or anything. It's just more to complete the song, and it's almost like the symphonic elements. It's almost like the environment around you, and the guitar and whatnot. It is kind of like just like it's like when you're listening to that, you have like the guitar and the vocals and all that, like kind of in here, and then the symphonic elements just kind of enshroud it, in that atmosphere that they're creating. And so really cool, really unique sound, and I just happened to really stumble upon this, and I was really impressed, really, really impressed, because it's just a really solid symphonic metal album. And I thought it was really cool. Like I said, it's sung mostly in Russian, except track 10. That one's in English. And a really cool thing about track 10 as well is that one has got some female vocals in there as well as the male vocals. But then they also have like a children's choir that sings what is kind of like the chorus and whatnot. And it just adds this really nice element. It just sounds really cool. So it's really unique. And again, that one's in English. Really epic song. I highly, highly recommend that one. It's called In the Name of Winternight. Definitely check that one out. It's a really, really cool song. I really like it a lot. And probably my other favorite song on the album is called Wings 2.0. It's track 2. But I like several. I like several on here. I added a handful to a playlist. And just as a whole, it just has a really nice sound, something that is somewhat unique and whatnot. And I think part of that has to do with the region and really that they were trying to capture that element. And also just the fact that it's sung in Russian. There's not really too many bands that I've listened to, albums or whatnot, to where they sing in Russian. So it was really cool to hear. There's been a handful over the years, but this was just really nice. It was a really, really nice surprise, and I really wanted to do an album thoughts on it, because I wanted to get it out there and let you all know that this is there. And if you're into symphonic metal and melodic metal, I highly recommend this. Don't miss it. Don't let this one fly under the radar. I definitely would consider this to be a hidden gem. And there's a lot to like here. There's a good variety, good diversity. Every song, has its own unique sound, and it's all just put together really well. Even the production and the mix sounds really great. So, yeah, if I were to pick one song for you to listen to give you a good idea of what you can expect from the album, if you just want to give it one chance to determine if you want to hear the whole thing, I would say maybe go with track 4, which is Wanderer, because that one's got some of the harsh vocals in there, if I'm not mistaken, it's got some of the female vocals in there as well. Let me see if I'm mistaken about that or not. No. So that one's just got some of the harsh vocals, but if you want to hear one that has, if I'm not mistaken, some harsh vocals and the female vocals in there as well, track 6, Freedom, you could check that one out. So yeah, I would check one of those out, Wanderer or Freedom, or possibly even Wings 2.0. I believe they released that one as a single. And again, you may not find it under that name, maybe under the Russian name, because I had to go to their Bandcamp page, which you could do that. I'll put a link to that in the description down below. That might be the best place to kind of just listen to the songs, because they have the name in Russian and then they have the name in English, whereas like on Spotify, it's just the name in Russian. Even if you go to Metal Encyclopedia or whatnot, it's just the Russian name. So yeah, I'll put a link to both the Spotify and the Bandcamp page in the description down below. So the Bandcamp page might be a good place to start, because you could just pick a song to listen to. And like I said, track 4, track 6, Wanderer or Freedom, or even Wings 2.0 that I believe they released as a single. Check it out, and if you like what you hear, which I'm pretty sure that you will, check out the whole album. It really is a hidden gem in the symphonic metal and melodic metal genre, something really unique and cool, and I just really enjoyed it. I was really impressed, so that's what I got to say about that. Let me know in the comments down below if you've listened to this bad boy already and what you think. Or if you end up listening to it, you can come back to this video and let me know what you think. But I really, folks, don't miss this. It's a hidden gem. Don't let this fly under the radar. Really solid work. And that's what I got for y'all. Catch y'all next time. Ranger out.